Alright people, so greetings and salutations. You know, this is your friendly Maroon Emperor Horus Lewis, LB. So a lot of people been calling me and they said, Emperor, we like to show what's going on, and everything we see talk so far, we actually saw it come true. They tell us from 2017 so the vaccine never come, and we live to see it come. They tell us that frontline workers from 2019 are going to be the first one who get vaccine, and they live to see it come. But by now, watch back all of my videos from late 2018 to 2019, and if everything I tell you people only don't see happen. But I still don't believe in me because I'm not a Chinese man and I'm not a Caucasian. And that is what got to kill all of you people who don't believe in yourself. I say when Jesus Christ did come to you and they tell you, only they said Jesus Christ is a madman. When Marcus Garvey did come and I warn you, only said Marcus Garvey is a madman. When Noble Joali did come and tell you, only said Noble Joali is a madman. So if you don't believe in Jesus Christ and you don't believe in the ancestors them, so I guess I'm just gonna still have to do what the ancestors them did. I don't believe in them. Jesus Christ tell him dead on the cross, and all when him dead on the cross, him still did tell you. So I guess I have to follow the ancestors them now. So people, remember, if I can remember well, the first demonstration ever go on in the world towards the kill vaccine, I tell you about it. The first time we ever hear said the vaccine was created in a lab 2019, and January the 10th I was the one who tell you people about that. So what else am I going to tell you about now? Tell me what else you know I'm telling you about now. No, I was the first one who tell you that said Boris Johnson already pre-order over 10 million vaccine from January. So why would he pre-order 10 million vaccine from early 2019? Let me say no to something there was. And now we're at 2021 and going to 2022. And I told the people said, remember me telling you, on the day they say, Emperor, you're a madman. Hello, say a madman. High priest, say a madman. No matter how much vaccine you get, you're going to get one more. They're doing a thing now, people, they're robotizing you, so they don't really need none of you know what you show right now. I swear to God. But enough of you Maroon now, aka if you still want to call yourself black, you still comfortable being a slave. You're comfortable being a slave. Yes, master, no master. You're comfortable and try to run down hype and not running down what is right. That's what killing you people off. We're running down what is hype and not what is right. No. They're stressing you people out now and killing you off, you don't even know. First they're stressing you out with the light bill. They're stressing you people out now with the phone bills them stressing you people out with food, clothes and shelter. Food, clothes, shelter, bills and way of life. I tell you people say, want to invest in a farming. Yeah, them said no black man can tell nobody nothing, but Dada, I'm not a black man people, I'm a Maroon. I resist the word black. And if enough of you say I'm not black, you can't go dead with that. I'm not black. Now people, Maroon is the color of my skin. You understand? Look at this beautiful young lady now. Does she look black? But her mother darker than me. I know her personal. But people, remember I tell you people in England say, there and all over the world, they're going to keep on juking you. This have nothing to do with shooting or cough. They're just juking you with the Kilvin or job when you come in the hospital, and they just turn up the 5G and you people, giving you people the poison water. So any one of you people whose immune system is not too strong, you're gonna sick, and then they pay their doctors now to say it's COVID. Now, most of the doctors them are resigning now, which I told it that was going to happen, because the doctor them said they're not taking it. Then you used to get good money, but when they find out, say, I know them and get the money, then for them time now to take the injection, the doctors them are quitting. So they're bringing in robot doc now, because enough of the idiots out there still believe said there is something killing you people half name Corona, COVID, or move it or shove it, or them give them different name now. Because a lot of you people are still fools. So how comes the doctor them are resign? How comes the doctors them are quit? How comes the doctors them say, no, where are they taking this? And then you people now, please give me the job. You don't know he that's not dead. But I told you people this is that new world order. The new world order is a thing called now the reptilian beings them, are the Tsar them, are the blues them. They're taking over the planet back again, people. This is a thing we'll go on every couple 100,000 years. Now, we have handed over the country or the world to the reptilian beings. You understand? Earth. So now the age of Aquarius is about now, people, because they cannot handle eat. So they're making fake eat now, people. That's you people say about eat. They say, oh, the eat is too hot because they're trying to eat up the eat that is here naturally for us to get back our pineal glands and to open up our chakras them. The Ankh people, the nation, the mother of civilization, the woman them time now, but the woman them not understand themselves. That's why they jump the woman them first, because a lot of man now go like here when I say the woman them have the real power. The woman them is the real goddess and gods of the earth. No man also say, yo, emperor, you big up the woman them. So one time, no, the woman them. So if you ever seen the Ankh yet, I think the only tattoo that I have on my body is an Ankh, and I have it from when I was a kid. The woman them is the real powers of the land, but not for the man. I've been in meeting where some man tell me say me a sissy, some man tell me say me a sellout, or me if you pick up woman of a man. No. Mother of civilization, but what the colonial them did know, them bitch out the woman them, sodomize out the woman them, Beyonce and Rihanna out the woman them now, and them just give Rihanna a national hero. Nothing's wrong with that. But I can tell about 200 women were in Barbados what has been doing cultural things to the people them more than Rihanna. And also Rihanna don't put them on the map. But I can show you a whole heap of people who should have gotten a hero position or a heroine position and they haven't gotten it. So them blind and tell them say the queen come down. How comes politicians, parliament cannot take down a queen? And then them get the fake Prince Charles now, because they're taking over by the earth and the style. Them get the fake Prince Charles and said, oh, you look a lady, you take the place, you're the new government, we'll get rid of the queen. When them still use now a normal citizen driver's license, they're still using now people a normal birth paper certificate, so everything is still for the queen or for the Roman Catholic. They're checking you people. Same like when they tell us that Africa and Ethiopia free, and they're still using a normal Roman Catholic church and state governmental reptilian being era, and they're still putting down the woman them as bitches and as whores, and still make the youth them kill off themselves. So people, wise up. Get back on the Maroon sovereign identification card. And the only thing I'm going to say for them, Donald Trump come around here for help, but what them do, they use the press and the media for turning against Donald Trump. See the people, Donald Trump can't tell the people, these are the new world flag. Like the United Nations freedom flag, these are the new world flag. But they will not announce it with Empress Selassie and Nani of Atlantis and Empress Selassie of Ethiopia. I told you, they will not tell you. They will not tell you. So it's you to find out for yourself. Seek and they shall find. Ask and they shall be given. Knock upon the Maroon book, and all doors shall be open. When I was an entertainer, people, big companies pay me not to release any songs and leak out against the system. They actually pay me. I used to call it the money. But they would have paid me money now for release songs on the label what I tell the youth them to shoot another youth down and kill another Maroon youth, aka black youth, shoot out your brains, shoot out your brains. But if you put up one song and said government must go down, corrupt politician must stop, they would pay us $100,000 not to release those songs. But they would pay us hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to put out the songs. Those time I was just coming from Trenchtown, the heart of Atlantis, the ghetto, if you call it that. So when a man give me $800,000 to put out a song, plus me know when I put out the song, I still gonna make money off of the song. People come on, them tell me never have a Benz, I couldn't refuse it. I didn't have to do it. They said, wow, free money. And also I didn't have the education, I didn't have the knowledge. So the system behind the system is paying us to promote the youth them to kill themselves. The system, look even on the radio, you won't see them playing any Bushman who do reality, they won't play any Derek Morgan with the reality. But they will beep out a lot of things where they have to kill and rings in shot in head and them thing there. Bushman's biggest song is rings in shot in head, no, eat a ball, no. But Bushman sing a million other songs were bigger than rings in shot in head, but them put the one that rings in shot in head all. Bounty Killer sing a lot of reality songs, but them put the one where promote to kill the youth them the mostly. And force Bounty Killer every time if you go back in them song, because Bounty say, boy, no matter reality song, the radio now play it up. No, number one. So the diss track is them have a lot to answer to. Wrong and right, people? No. Putting a woman as goddess, they won't play those songs, they won't put out those songs. And a lot of songs do like that. So woman only for start see back on herself as a goddess and not see herself as a bitch. As a whore, like what I'm telling you. Oh, you are the mothers of civilization. How do you get a Maroon ID now? You can call the England office if you're in England. We have 2 offices, I might have 3 offices in England now. Yes, and we have 2 offices in America and more offices is being put it up as we talk. Canada again, office in Canada, and you can call now 1876 77 34594 1876 77 34594. I can call toll free now 1876 50 84448. That's 1876 508 4448. And you can call again now local landline 1876 or 669 330 876 669 330. I hope I got it right. Yes, son. But those are some of the numbers, people. We have office in St. Lucia, Cayman, and 1 and 2 places. So the offices are getting open. And if you need to open a Maroon office, people, we do not charge $1 to do it. I will give you all of the legal documents, them. And we have lawyers and legal team that can help you through these things. Yes, son? So that's there. But go back now, people, and talk about what the industry is doing. So they're promoting sodomy, they're promoting homosexuality, they're promoting the youth them to kill themselves in music. They're promoting the youth them to kill the police them now, and promoting the police them to kill the youth. They're promoting, they're trying to let us kill off each other while they sit in their eye seat and laugh off us. I said, oh, look at they're killing themselves. Like, oh, I am sitting on my seat now and I'm laughing when I'm saying, yo, they try to kill me because I'm laughing. I'm not afraid of death. That's why I come out here every day for honor. If you know how much check me get this man alone. Thinking about the emperor will go kill you. Oh, yeah, this is the prime minister. Yo, emperor, what do you? Wait about the yo, you have to take the vaccine. Where, emperor will go boom up your car. Emperor will go kill up people them. Check my children's life, but people, I'm doing God job. I'm doing the ancestors them job. I'm doing the almighty job. So if the almighty send me out here, people, see if I come out, people, this one will feel good.
I feel good people. I feel, you understand? I put on my beautiful watch today. I put on my beautiful chaparita in the name of the Most High, Jesus Christ, Empress Selassie, El Shaddai, Tetragrammaton, no matter which name you want to call him in. I'm doing the Lord's work. But enough of a Christian, or a backbiter, or a wicked, and the Almighty tell me, say, him going to beat to the body. Now let me tell you why. And Almighty said, tell you why you don't get a beat. No. Enough of a Christian, who just run down wealth, who they run down gold, who they run down money, who they run down collection, and not running down the Lord. Truth. I am the truth. Now, when I was a little baby, and enough of on this program, you can tell me, I used to hear now, the whole time Christian them, the real Christian them used to say, beware, the mark of the beast is coming, and the mark of the beast, they shall put a veil over our face and stop our breathing. Veil. Now, a mask in the old time Bible days, the mask them what you call now, they're called veil stuff. You understand? And they shall cut down our breathing, and they shall come with a thing on our forehead. And I live to see if from 2019 they put in a thing on our forehead and testing us, and they shall put a mark upon our right hand, you understand, and put a chip in us, you understand, and for whosoever accept that chip shall not live to see the kingdom of God. And they shall tell you, you cannot buy or travel without that chip, without that mark of the beast. And now people, I go to be a big man till I'm now working for God, for the Elohim, Jesus Christ, Jehovah, El Shaddai, which name you want to call him. He told you he shall be called by many names. Empress Selassie, Emmanuel High, Jehovah Jireh, El Shaddai, oh you praise, you will. Moses, Jesus Christ. People, we are all one children of the Most High. Mother Nature, we are one children of Mother Nature, people. The mother of earth, civilization. So let us do good. So why are you Christians not coming out and lashing out against the devil work? No for uno see in a church and wear masks because you don't feel like say no politician is bigger than uno. We are the sovereigns. The politicians them work for we the sovereigns. So people, we are the sovereigns. So even if the politicians them who we put in a power and tell us say we don't recognize you. No, Mr. Politician. We put you in power, you cannot say you don't recognize we. We take up back our sovereignty. We take up back and say, alright, we're going to build our own government again. Otherwise, some uno who we put in power. The colonizers created, but we put in it in. But the colonizers told us they created the government to serve us. And we said, alright, give it effort to serve us. Alright, we'll put in one Maroon brother, aka Black brother, and one Maroon sister, aka Black sister in it. So we say we're going to put them in, and they say, alright, go on. But it was a trick, because instead of working for us, them link them under the table. When we got our bed, I said, listen, we were the one who set up the government, here's a couple of billions of dollars. This is what they got to do. And them come on and name call now investors or businessmen, or call themselves now fundee. So when the politicians run them election, they say, yo, we're going to fund you and put out the advertisement for the people and come vote for you. So when the people vote for you, the sovereign them vote for, put you for represent them, you represent us. Because remember, say, we're the one who's going to fund you next year, or next 4 years, or next 3.5 years. And the politicians them sell out us, the sovereign. And the fund still don't know. So instead of going to give them orders, them turn around and give you orders. So we are the sovereign people. So now the corporations them now, who's the big farmers them now, who's the George Soros them now, like where you hear about Richard Curry now, one more to sell out Maroon. Because remember now, it was the Curry family and another family who sell out Paul Bogle and sell out Carl Lewis them in the Maroon Rebellion. So Carl Lewis and Semty Maroon died first in the that was my great uncle. Yes, and in the church, ask anybody. And then 2 days after that, they go search and find Paul Bogle, the same Curry family, them with another virgin. I forgot what name, but I'll soon find his name and tell her. Then they kill Paul Bogle. Then now, upper Motown now, the licky Colonel up there now, sell out Sam Shark and George Washington or George William Garden. So that's why they say Maroon sell out Maroon. But them to say Maroon sell out Maroon and talk, which Maroon sell out Maroon? Like how them sell out Malcolm X, they say Maroon them sell out Malcolm X is a Maroon. They say Maroon them sell out, Moorish Maroon sell out, what is them again? The Malcolm X, Noble Jewelry. One of you know history people. He without his history is like a chain without a link. You shall be like the wind, the ashes in front of the wind. You shall so disappear. You shall be like the grass upon the housetop in the midday sun. You shall so burn and lose your greenness and fade away and only left empty sticks. I wonder if you don't understand what the emperor is saying. Big up Jason. Woman, ladies, take back the power. Man, start give that woman the rightful place on the planet. Without woman, there can be nothing. Woman is like the sun, the womb. Every man have to come from the womb, including woman again come from the womb. So mother is a mother's civilization. A lot of gays not like to hear that. A lot of we call them now boss slave not like to hear that. But big up the woman and big up nanny. So the emperor is telling you people, get on the Maroon sovereignty, because people, this thing is nothing about the vaccine for heal with. All those jobs is going to kill us. They was made to kill us. Them lies are from 1999 people. About they don't need us again, people, because they create machine for take all of the jobs them. So the aliens them people, the reptilian beings them don't need us again. They don't need us. They might need a little psychic one like me, because they don't have the machine for the psychic things yet, or if they do certain ailments spiritually yet, because that's why probably the emperor them probably want to hold me now and shoot something at me and brainwash me. If they come back from film side. But if not, them still threaten me every day to kill me and still try to kill the people. So first I told you people said all the people who they show off it about from Boris Johnson give you the first job, we now get no more job. See, it's the second one. Oh, Boris Johnson give you the second job, him not give you no more. People, stop take the job them, stop take the vaccine them. They're planning to. If you're white, them a killer. If you're black, them a killer. They do not business. It's no longer about no white or black race. It's they call it human race now. People they try to get it's human race. I'll be damned if it don't go so. People, I'm a high priest. I don't need to tell lies. By the way, people, look at this.
So, if you haven't heard, Boris Johnson from the UK has said that if you've received your 2 doses of the and not your first booster, you are officially under-vaccinated. Okay? This is a game that these people are playing with people's lives. Okay, so for those of you that have received your first shots, whether it is for work, whether you were forced to do it, and you're saying now that no matter what, you are not going to take the booster. You know how they're going to make you take the booster. You know how they're going to get you to take the booster. Let me show you what has just broken in South Africa.
Well, speaking of all things health related, a new COVID-19 variant, can you believe it, has now been discovered in South Africa.
That's right, the super variant is said to have an extremely high number of mutations. Variant B11529 has also been found in Botswana as well as Hong Kong.
That is exactly how they're going to make you take those booster shots, okay? And the plan, the unofficial plan for the boosters is to give you 1 shot every 6 months. Okay, so you ask, that's impossible. Where are they going to get these boosters from? Well, they already have them. Let me show you.
I was on Australian TV earlier this week, and Australia has purchased 14 doses per person. That's 7 years. That's 7 years of.
They have got enough supply in stock to keep that poison pumped into your veins every 6 months for next 7 years. Okay? And if you refuse, what's happening in the Northern Territories of Australia now, they're literally shoving the Aboriginal people into police vans and putting them behind barbed wire concentration camps. They've got the army out in full force. So, if you think that this is still about a illness or a disease or a virus that has such a high recovery rate, please think again. Okay? Please think again. They are going to fearmonger people, and they are going to forcefully convince people to continue taking these poisons. If you've got your first two, the pressure on you is going to be immense to keep getting the stuff into you until they kill you. Okay? They talk about the hospitals being full. The hospitals are full of the vaccinated who are having adverse, serious health complications and reactions from this stuff. Australia has also asked people to volunteer their babies to get their first shot.
Alright, people. But remember, late 2019, I told you all these things what the Empress will show you. I remember I will show you the patent company, and you people are still not believing me. The patent company will patent things from 1965. The boss them feet or the managers them feet find out that them have got to take the vaccine too. So the patent company them sent the video to me, and I've sent the video to Uno, and Uno still not believe the patent company who patent the thing them. Remember, you know, Uno one believe say Andrew Wallace to get a robot tanker. Uno believe say the tanker that come along the other day was man-driven tanker. No, people, it was robot tankers. Them a plan for kill off even the police and the military, but the police them not gonna believe till them see them dead like fly too. All when the government has starved them, all when the government is not giving them a raise up here, all when the government is refusing to give them even the money what them pay, what them hold from them. But I'm glad 1 and 2 police start coming for the Maroon identification. I'm glad that some militaries are coming for it. I'm glad about 5 official politicians, big up Damon Crawford and big up Lisa and yes, and big up Andy Sean, Babsy Grange and some more other ministers. But people, some official politicians are coming in for the Maroon identification cards now. That I'm glad of. But nevertheless, they are going to kill 8.8 billion people. I would not even gone 4 million high yet. Almost worldwide people. And then you have some people who sell Bandul Maroon ID people. If it don't match Nayan Kepong, it is fraud. And if it even match Nayan Kepong and it don't come with the new QR code for them people, they're fake. So when you go to the airport with it, or when you go to a certain place, and then the police them scan the barcode on it, or the lawmaker them scan the barcode and they don't pull up with the one that we have in England and the one we have in the America office, and then don't pull up with the office them we have all over the world, they're gonna just tear it up in front of your face and say this one is fake. You understand? So people, make sure you call the office them, Google, you can go to www.niankepongmaroon.world, because it is a world global government. One world flag like the United Nations. So the United Nations flag, then the Maroon flag. 2 world flag you have. So it's a world government people. Nothing else makes sense. You understand? And bless up Queen Elizabeth people because she gave her life for Uno. Because the Queen ratify about the land them, but the Pope of Rome say, hey, oh, she should ratify about the land and kill her. So if you see a look of being something to walk upside down people, it's not the Queen. Then you see a local swell-headed person, Prince Charles' face people, is slim. So that look of thing that one ever walk up on them, it's a clone. Joe Biden dead long time people. Enough people died and never put out clone for them. The new Dave Chappelle where you say is a clone one, they try to boost the new Dave Chappelle. Forget out a look of comedian, what them call, what name again? Look at do off one there. Because him now attack the market
And they probably so kill him too. So enough know what's going on in the world, people. See that them kill Colin Powell. Colin Powell was fully vaccinated and still died by corona. Fully vaccinated. Get all the Delta variant shots before the Delta variant shots even announced it come out. And still dead. You people are not sharing the show. People get to the Maroon ID. Donald Trump told you, what do you not believe that Donald Trump? What do you say Donald Trump a lie? Donald Trump said, only the sovereign shall survive. Like how you're, oh God, the strong survive. Oh God, the sovereign shall survive. And it's a sovereign that is united. So people, as Marcus Garvey said, show me a united nation, or show me a team of maroon people, aka black people that is united, then I'll show you the strongest nation on the planet. People, when you finally get an identification for taking out of this thing called modern slavery. And when you really not going to take it, people, but Jehovah. People, the Most High send me come and said, give it unto you. I'm just giving it unto you. But me could go down to the thing now, people. None of them now have no jobs. All of the jobs that my own beliefs are got about are all going to be gone. Robots are going to take the whole of the jobs, so them don't need it now. But in case the people, oh, my big taxi driver can't lose his job. No, Uber going to take that. I told you that from 2017. I told you from 2017. So you're going to think a robot car will drive. I said, oh, a trailer will drive. My car, no, we don't need trailer driver. We'll just hire the robot trailer driver them. Also, you're my police. But can't out a job. No. Most police in Dubai out a job right now and them kill off enough of them and hide them because they get the vaccine. In Dubai, only people got the vaccine people was the police and the militarism in Dubai. They didn't inject their common people. And now robots replace police and militaries in Dubai. In China, everybody get the vaccine people. But them never get the vaccine what Uno get. Them just get the chip vaccine alone for chip them. But Uno get the one with the nanoparticle for kill Uno. Plus, so China said they're not taking the normal vaccine. A matter of fact, China don't even get the vaccine, a matter of fact, they just get the chip. So every China is chipped. Because the government want to keep a check on them. But you people would have called white people, would have called black people, you are the people who would have want to wipe off of the land now and bring in a new generation of people. Named the eugenics generation. Hitler was trying to do it, but Hitler failed because Hitler now they turned him back on them and said, yo, we have an Ethiopian woman, so now eugenics of the Ethiopian people. So them gave up on Hitler and kill him people. So now that them have all of the politicians them in them pocket people, so the politicians them sell out the sovereign people them, and now the politicians them believe that them are going to get the world for run, and then know said what is going to happen once them successful in killing off the more Maroon brothers and sisters, whether the Maroon Caucasian or the Maroon Ethiopian Atlanteans them, then they will kill the politician after. If you believe, look at Christopher Columbus. But nevertheless, people, let me just bring it through for ensure that we don't go out of a job. Not for us losing the job already and not even know. That's why they're trying to bankrupt the economy, and it's because he that dirty, filthy politician are helping Bill Gates and the reptilian beings them, who's the Pope of Rome, them Roman Catholic them, for bankrupt the economy. So all jobs must be lost. So if you have a good job now, try to hug on upon that and try and make sure you keep the boss job up there. Because if you lose a job there, by next year, people, job is got to be one of the hardest things to get. And if you can get to the Maroon identification from now, because we cannot give them away free. We cannot give them away free. I would like to give them away free, but we have to pay for them. And I'm just starting the new world government. The Lord now, people call me. Just call me, and if you want to talk to me, call me on this number 1-876 508-4448. Call me on that one, because the other one I'm using for the TV now. But for just kill the job thing, for sure to say, we're not go out of a job. We don't want to be or not. The only way you can still that job, unless you know, do what I tell you to do. Greetings, Damien.
Blessed Emperor.
Yes, my king.
We are come through tomorrow and we just come off for a phone Minister of Security.
Yes.
Me and the man, two ones where they look about their ID are come out town tomorrow. They're going to pick up their ID, but we are come forward to meet to have a reason with that.
Alright, so no worry yourself, because I'm on the show now, so we know how people to know the business. Yes, son? So, yes, son?
Alright, Emperor. Me I'll go on Facebook and want to tune in.
Yes, go tune in now, yeah. Alright.
Alright.
Yes, people, so we have our own Minister of Securities now, Minister of Foreign Affairs. We're setting up the world government. The England office, them is going on good. But like how the England people build them office, is only you people can sign up because people. And with your Maroon ID now, for sure the sound now, idiot, no phone now. People, once you get your Maroon ID, you can start collect back money instantly. Once you read the papers works and people. Study papers works. Not for who don't like to read. Find a beautiful queen who can read and write and make sure help you know and help herself by reading the fine prints and people. Read them. We're gonna send all of the books and to you know. And you can start collect back money instantly, whether it's US, whether it's England pound, no matter which country you know. You collect back money off of your birth paper, you collect money off of your identification paper. Instantly, people. I've been collecting long time ago. Thousands of people who have it to collect. Ask the Moors them how long they collect money off it. Ask Nation of Islam where the Farrakhan get all of them money for. I never see my work yet. I never see the Nation of Islam never work. Where do they get money? And the drugs them sell. You ever hear Farrakhan sell drugs yet? Where do Farrakhan gets so much 100,000 guns? There was a Farrakhan of a government. But with the Maroon government, it supersedes Farrakhan government. Because Farrakhan is a Maroon. People, sign up now. Get the Maroon identification. But anyway, we don't want to make money. We don't want to make the real money. So, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to lose money now. Bada.
$15 jobs that will disappear in the next 20 years. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hey there, Aluxers. We have a very different kind of video for you today. I know that for some, the future is incredibly exciting, filled with new technologies and new opportunities. But for some others, the future doesn't look as bright, and we want to raise some concerns with you guys. A study done at Oxford University found out that 45% of all current jobs will disappear in the next 10 years, with some of them being completely automated or at least upgraded to a point where a fraction of the workforce is needed. So, this will greatly impact the way you plan for your future as the environment is changing. In this video, we'll go through just some of the jobs that will radically change in the upcoming decade and the years that follow. If you're currently working in either of these industries, it might be a smart call to look for alternatives. Don't say we didn't warn you. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. With that said, here are 15 jobs that will probably disappear or be automated in the next 10 to 20 years. Number 1, drivers. Let me put it this way. If your job consists of driving any type of machinery, automobile or vehicle, you're gonna be out of a job soon. Taxi drivers, bus drivers, truck drivers, Uber drivers, and delivery drivers are all on the verge of complete automation. In the U.S. alone, there are 15.5 million trucks and 2 million tractor trailers on the road, with the trucking industry employing 14 million people, out of which 10 million are drivers. These are the people who are going to be pushed out first, because a self-driving truck doesn't need to stop for rest, is attentive to the road 24/7, and we already have the technology. Believe it or not, this is already backed by the government in Germany, and they're betting hard on self-driving trucks. If you've watched our Tesla video, you know that the next generation of Tesla cars will be 100% autonomous. Elon Musk himself agrees that it will take us 1 to 2 years to get the tech right, and then 3 more to get the government to approve it. All major car manufacturers are headed towards electric and self-driving cars, and those who won't will be left behind. In the near future, riding in a car will be like getting in an elevator. You just press a button and it takes you to wherever you want to go. Now, what's going to happen to the estimated 20 million to have their livelihoods based on being active drivers? These people will need to reinvent themselves multiple times in a row. This might be easy if you're currently 20 to 30 years old, but what will a 50-plus-year-old taxi driver be able to readapt to? Not sure what these people will be able to do to switch from taxi driving to 3D modeling for virtual worlds, but we'll see. Number 2, farmers. Farming was huge when it came to employment numbers back in the day. This has changed dramatically, though. You might still see farming as human labor intensive in the underdeveloped parts of the world. But on a macro level, this has already been automated, with very few specially trained individuals that operate heavy machinery from the comforts of the office via wireless connections. Back in the day, you needed to physically measure your plot of land, needed human labor to weed it out, and another set of people to harvest and transport the end product to where it's needed. Now we measure things with drones or satellite imagery. The soil is already treated against weeds, or the seeds are weed resistant to begin with. Harvesting and planting can be done in a small fraction of the time it used to, thanks to specialized hardware, and the trucks carrying out will be self-driving really soon. Bearing the title of farmer in the near future will be as highly ranked as banker or hedge fund manager, since there'll only be a handful of people having the oligopoly when it comes to what you eat. If this sounds ridiculous to you, that only a few people will be in charge of our food, you're already too late to the table. Today, only 10 companies control almost every large food and beverage brand in the world. Anything you eat probably comes from one of them. These companies: Nestle, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Unilever, Danone, General Mills, Kellogg's, Mars, Associated British Foods, and Mondelez. Welcome to the future, Alexers. Number 3, printers and publishers.
Alright, before I go to number 3, people, that's why I'm telling all of you people, oh, I'm investing in Bitcoin, I'm investing in blockchain. When I go get black and I go get bit like dog, I go beaten up. Right name? Bitcoin. Bit off on the bank account. So when they say, come here, come take the new chip, or come here, come take the new injection, and you go, no, I'm not going to take it. Then you say, cling, lock off your bank account, lock off your Bitcoins, because you're putting in your bank in a Bitcoin, but it's still a paper you get, you say, you don't idiot. Now, the farmers, that's why I'm tell all of the people, most of the American farmland, Bill Gates buy them out already. The big farmers, buy them out. So they're now paying farmers, like, just say you produce about $10 million out of Irish potato, they're paying you $200 million for dash them $2 million out. So you say, wait, so much money make for that? So no farmer are dash them Irish. And feed them to the gullies, not even giving them back to people. Right now that they go on all over the world. Andrew owns them now, and his wife, and I think, I don't want to tell a lie on them now. Either one of the Azan them, I don't want to say blame, or just one of them. Bill Gates give them the money for buy out the whole of the farmland them from you people. And when they sell out the farmland. So it will come like now with the cable company them. When Flow come buy out the cable company them, now every cable company man, they look at $10 million what them they get for them cable company. It done 2 carry them buy, now them are dead for hungry. When if them they still have them local cable companies now, they would make hundreds of thousands of dollars. But them sell out them local cable company and Flow take it now, them are dead for hungry. The $10 million done long time. When every year they used to make a $30 million, but them don't make it one time. They make it piece, but them not check it up. But you them hear $10 million one time, them took it. And now, check out every people who used to own cable, who used to drive a little car, I used to have 10 people work for them. Now the whole of them are dead for hungry. I want them to see a big one who used to own Jack's cable of Portmore. He meant dead for hungry. Me used to see one who own one name, Starcom. Starcom boss now is dead for hungry. And he used to have money and about 20 people work for him. But he take the $45 million and sell out him company. Now after him buy one house out of the $45 million and buy 2 Benz. Now mortgage kill him. You see what I'm talking about, people? Mortgage kill him right now, but I'm not laughing off him. I'm just laughing at him. So, no business people. So,
You see this, that's why they're killing off the old people them now, because they don't need old people in the future. Them are going to need pay 19, 18-year-old. If you touch 30, they don't need you. If you don't believe me. And all of these politicians them who are selling out, them are dead because they are mostly old peoples also. But them trick them and give them all $20 billion, $40 billion, $80 billion money what they make. But the $40 billion in a cash, Andrew Holness and you, Miss Barmers and Grenada Prime Minister and Trinidadian Prime Minister, when they bring in the microchip, all paper money will be burnt. Yes, they did it in China. All paper money now in China don't exist. And you have to swipe now. That's the new money. Not for the supermarket them now. You have to swipe. Some of them they just use a credit card, but the credit card is still not paper money. The credit card is digital money. So I don't to run down credit card, so I always keep cash on my people. Because once you keep the cash, you will be still in demand. But once you let go the cash, you get dead. Any day we have a cashless society, that's the day we don't go ball like baby. But anyway, let's go on. Number 3.
The newspaper is dead. Traditional media is suffering as the internet is eating up everything. You no longer need to get your news from the papers. You get them via Twitter or live streams as they're happening. All traditional magazines are fighting for their lives not to survive one versus the other, but to survive as a whole. If you've watched our video on Forbes magazine, you know that despite having such a strong brand, they're on the verge of collapse, despite their massive push into digital media. Information is free, and there are very few publishers where the trust in the brand is enough to keep the motors going. A great example is the New York Times, one of the only publications who have successfully implemented a paywall for readers to consume their written content. Can you imagine if we would implement a paywall on alux.com, where you guys had to pay $1 to find out what the most expensive car in the world is? We'd be out of business quicker than you can say luxury. With the democratization of news sources, big brands are struggling to find their place in this online-first environment. Unless you're in your 50s or more, you're unlikely to get your news from TV networks. While Trump is watching Fox News, we're here backing Philip DeFranco's Patreon on YouTube. Number 4. Cashiers. America alone has 8 million people working as cashiers and in-store salespeople. These people are going to be out of a job sooner than they think. I know you've seen the self-checkout stations, and they still have someone supervising.
Alright, before them even done that, when I got in one of the Walmart them lately, when I got so I'm gonna just the Caribbean them, and if you notice, the cashier them so out of job all over the world. Millions of cashier gone at them yard, and the government doesn't business of them hungry or them dead. That's why I'm telling you, say, get on a Maroon ID. Your Maroon ID people is the only thing we're going to save you now. Get on a Maroon bird paper, aka nativity paper. Because these governmental one is not bird paper, they're called stocks and bond certificates. You are the stocks. And this is the bond. So we'll take these one now and look under here. So you see the red writing here. This is their tracking stocks and bond number. And this is a company that owns the people, the Jesuit company. But on the now hear me, when you get dead, get to the Maroon thing and get back billions of dollars off it. But it don't just come so kind of on a dunce and illiterate and doesn't want to read and write. All when you're bright like the sun and bright like the emperor, on still lazy for read and write. On get a thing called dependent syndrome. In the people in workplace and for work to make the people in workplace step up. Or just in the people in workplace and they work slow and they wait on Friday to get paid. Instead of for the know say, yo, you know, say, I'm gonna work and make this gentleman or this woman business step up, make her get raise up here, raise up promotion. No. Only just get used to work for your pay and not want to work for promotion. So the Chinese them come on and say, Zoom, we working for promotion. Zoom, we working to, we have next company alongside boss. You people are not working for that. So you're going to put yourself under slavery. Because see that, you finally can get back on the tax return, you finally can get back money, and it's a free money because it is the money what they have been collecting after your birth paper, the money that they have been loaning people from all over the world for the birth paper. So nobody believe a free money. These money is called data currency. So check out data currency and you'll find out. So when they talk about, oh, I'm getting what we call it now, free money every year for my child allowance and everything from, no, the government is lending back your money. So that's how you will get the bank them will lend a students loan, but they're not gonna lend the money for go start your business, but they will lend a students loan. So if I was you and I have 20 pitney, I take 20 students loan and go use that money there and go set up the business and then use that business there and pay them back the students loan, and you can call for bankruptcy on behalf of the kids them because it's your money. But who am I when I'm not taking a teaching from the emperor? What do I know? More than just studies. Anyway.
Them, and they're buggy now and then, but we're not far from a total takeover of the machines in this space. If you've been following what the biggest commerce giants are doing, it's easy to connect the dots. Amazon acquired Whole Foods for close to $14 billion. The same Amazon is running pilot tests with what they call Amazon Go, a corner store with 0 humans involved, where you just walk in, get what you need, and walk out, with everything you bought being automatically deducted from your credit card. Sensors are on the rise, and the tech needs to only be a little better than the human counterpart for the switch to be made. Also, the AI cashiers can go 24/7 without bringing the drama of their personal lives into the workplace. Number 5. Travel agents. When's the last time you went to a travel agency to book a flight? The likes of Skyscanner took over the flight ticket industry. Booking.com.
All right. I remember in 2017 when I tell you travel agency got dead, but they never believe me. And now most travel agents are dead now because they can just do everything on the phone. I told them what to do to automate them travel agency, but they didn't hear me. Them said, oh, you're just an entertainer. You're a madman. What else do you for? I've talked to over 50 at travel agency, and the whole of them turned me down and tell me I'm mad. And people, I wasn't even charging them. I was giving this travel agency free consultation. Go back and go watch my YouTube video them. Go back and watch my Facebook video them. I was warning them. Go back and watch it from MySpace days. You see how long the Emperor warned, you know? How long I've been talking about aliens and these things, and only say I'm a madman. Now, who is the mad people now? Me or every DJs, every entertainer sing about alien now. Alien sex, alien this, alien that. Me everybody talk about reptilian beings now. From I was in high school, I've been telling you people that, because I tell you, I'm a Freemason. From 14 years old, I've been exposed. My grandfather was a top Freemason. And plus, my great family them was African Ethiopian Masons. Nanny of the Maroon is my great-great-grand aunt. Yvette Rowe, Patricia Rowe, Jacqueline Rowe, all the Rowe families them in Montego Bay and in St. James. It's my cousin them or my auntie them. All the Lewis them and all the Gardens them is my family them again. So I'm in the bloodline of, you understand, royalty. And see the big further. And if you want to know if you're royalty, look on your arm. If your arm doesn't grow ear, then you're natural royalty. No phone don't know them thing there. You have ear all of your pubic area, ear for your head, but if no ear growing underneath your arm, that's a long time royalty. And if you don't me, go and ask any royal, real royal. You have some royal people now who take over the place by guns and then crown themselves as king. But real royal people doesn't grow ear under them arm. Trust me. So that's why you have to find out where your ancestral heritage come from. Because I used to say, no, when I started to read the book, them in the Freemason place, them, what them don't make uno know. That's why I've been telling you, so when you sign up for the Maroon identification, we also giving you some forbidden books, them, by the Caucasian, them, and by the reptilian beings, them. Some book, if them catch you with that certain part in Europe, you can go to prison for those books. And we give you those books, people, for a little donation. Because we have to make you get back your, say it after me. Say it after me again.
Oh, that's when you hear them say that in the Asian show. Them on don't know why them say it. The shows them having a lot of power. Will call me and I'll make you know what that. But back now to all of the jobs them that I told you was gonna be lost from as far as 2017, 2018, 2019, and I'm not gonna emphasize what I told you every day.
Industry, and Airbnb is disrupting the hotel business as a whole. There's no need for a third person to book the flight or hotel room for us. We can do it ourselves, or better yet, you can tell Siri to book it for you. Number 6, manufacturing workers. When the Industrial Revolution hit, all the people working the fields moved to work in factories, handcrafting the machines that would make our lives easier. In the process, and with the advancement in technology, these same people were put in charge of building machines that build other machines that would eliminate the need for humans. A fun thing to do is to compare the way cars were built less than 100 years ago in the factories of Volkswagen and how they're built today. Back then, multiple humans were working in tandem to put together the end product, while today you're watching simple software at work. We heard this great quote a while back that stuck with us, and it goes like this. The factory of the future will only have one human and one dog. The human will be there to feed the dog, and the dog will be there to keep the human from touching the machines. Number 7, dispatch.
All right. So people, you see it? So now you see why the politicians them is helping these Bill Gates and these Rothschilds and these George Soros, lunatic, alien, reptilian beings, who believe them are human, but they're not human, they're reptilian beings. You see why this dumb-said politician is killing off them own nephew, them own friends, them own cousin. We don't even need politicians again. Because we don't need police neither, because if you have a chip in you, if you have a chip in your people, if you have a microchip in you now, if you have a microchip in you, what? They can just stare at them head office in space and say, why did you kill the man? I didn't kill nobody. Yes, you killed the man. Report now to the nearest AI station and come face punishment. Me no go. They just press a button now. And you feel part of your face and drop off. Alright, I'm coming. Bring in the data. We want to drink our blood because we just got some new reptilian coming out from Neptune. Neptune is a day that plant the people, but I also tell about Neptune in not Neptune, Neptune. You understand? Alright, I'm bringing my daughter come now. Because they will just use your people now for breeding. I say like only a breed cow, only a breed goat, only a breed pig. You will be the new farming products. But the most they go farm because we have a thing in our name, melanites, melanin, carbon, more than the reptilian, more than the carcass maroon them. AKA, what might call them white people, we have more melanin than them. So they don't need them too much, they need we. So they eat with flesh, drain with adrenaline blood from the kids them. You might believe it's a story I'm talking, but I can show you everything. Call me after the show, and I'll send you all the papers and all the details them 100%. Remember I tell you say them have over 4,000 and other corona COVID virus disease what they make, but it's not in the air, it's in the vaccine. So every time them chicken up with the 5G them and loosen up, them go pip and chicken up. Every time when I'm going to the pies of water for drink, I want to feel look a bit sick. They say, oh, it's corona you have. Then carry it. So you will be food now, people. They start eating already. In France, America, in New York, in Italy, China, them already start serving human meats over 4 years ago. But now it officially legalized last year, officially legalized all over the world. So if you want to set up a human food store now, you can feel free. You can apply for it in Vatican. I think I'm about 4 places in Europe where you can apply for the human being food license. Where people can donate them brother and them sister to the restaurant and then go and go taste of them brother and sister taste good. If you don't believe me, but nevertheless, I'll show you the video, but not yet. Not on the video, I can send you the papers works and when it was licensed, when it was copyrighted. So people, if you have that's why God chose me, because He knows.
A great example is the New York Times, one of the only publications who have successfully implemented a paywall for readers to consume their written content. Can you imagine if we would implement a paywall on alux.com where you guys had to pay $1 to find out what the most expensive car in the world is? We'd be out of business quicker than you can say luxury. With the democratization of news sources, big brands are struggling to find their place in this online-first environment. Unless you're in your 50s or more, you're unlikely to get your news from TV networks. While Trump is watching Fox News, we're here backing Philip DeFranco's Patreon on YouTube. Number 4, cashiers. America alone has 8 million people working as cashiers and in-store salespeople. These people are going to be out of a job sooner than they think. I know you've seen the self-checkout stations, and they still have someone supervising them, and they're buggy now and then, but we're not far from a total takeover of the machines in this space. If you've been following what the biggest commerce giants are doing, it's easy to connect the dots. Amazon acquired Whole Foods for close to $14 billion. The same Amazon is running pilot tests with what they call Amazon Go, a corner store with 0 humans involved, where you just walk in, get what you need, and walk out, with everything you bought being automatically deducted from your credit card. Sensors are on the rise.
Cashless society.
Better
Cashless.
than the human counterpart for the switch to be made. Also, the AI cashiers can go 24/7 without bringing the drama of their personal lives into the workplace. Number 5, travel agents. When's the last time you went to a travel agency to book a flight? The likes of Skyscanner took over the flight ticket industry, Booking.com over the hotel booking industry, and Airbnb is disrupting the hotel business as a whole. There's no need for a third person to book the flight or hotel room for us. We can do it ourselves, or better yet, you can tell Siri to book it for you. Number 6, manufacturing workers. When the Industrial Revolution hit, all the people working the fields moved to work in factories, handcrafting the machines that would make our lives easier. In the process, and with the advancement in technology, these same people were put in charge of building machines that build other machines that would eliminate the need for humans. A fun thing to do is to compare the way cars were built less
So
than
machine,
100 years
a
ago.
build machine now. So they don't need human beings to
And
build
how
machine
we built
again.
Today. Back then, multiple humans were working in tandem to put together the end product, while today you're watching simple software at work. We heard this great quote a while back that stuck with us, and it goes like this. The factory of the future will only have 1 human and 1 dog. The human will be there to feed the dog, and the dog will be there to keep the human from touching the machines. Number 7, dispatchers. I know you're probably thinking of the days when someone had to manually connect you to a different line in order to talk to someone, but an astonishingly high number of people are still working as dispatchers today. The role of the dispatcher is to coordinate the field operators, so things run smoothly for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're...
And if you believe I like that, when last I called Digicel or Lime operator, a robot to answer, you know, a robot to put over, so a very few time now, so Digicel and Flu and Lime and all these companies used to have at least 30,000 workers. Now them only have 4,000 workers island-wide. From 30,000 to 4,000 workers. How do I know? I'm in the system. Anyway.
Firefighter dispatcher, working with planes, the police, or ambulances. We already have technology that is massively outperforming you at your job, and we're now figuring out just the final touches on what is the best way to deploy that technology. Remember only 5 years ago when you had to call someone and ask for a cab? How do you ask for an Uber or a Lyft today? One algorithm making their way into your particular niche of dispatching, and your job is over. Number 8, waiting tables and bartending. Okay, not all of them will be gone, but the bulk surely have 1 foot out the door already. Of course, there's the need for social interaction, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you just want to sit down, have the food arrive at your table as soon as possible, enjoy a particular mix of alcoholic beverages, and then leave. All of which can be successfully replaced by a carefully documented algorithm and an iPad. More and more restaurants are jumping in on this trend all around the world. We've even mentioned some of them in our previous video about cool restaurants around the world that you should try out, and we made this video a year ago. Since then, the likes of Pizza have taken over, and they're here to stay. Number 9, bank tellers. I'm sad to say this, as the lady at our bank has always been so nice to me, but we're not going to the bank for social interaction. To be honest, we don't go to the bank anymore, or very rarely when a visit is really needed. Otherwise, we check out our balance on our smartphones. Even the people on our payroll get their money delivered to their accounts automatically, without the need for us to manually and physically fill in a form with their details. If you want to grab cash, you go to an ATM. You can open a bank account to most banks in the world online, and only if you're looking for specialized services, you might need to meet in person. And even then, you might get the job done with a video call. Number 10. Military pilots and soldiers. The military is the most sensible industry to innovation. It is the first one to embrace it and deploy it. If back in the day wars were decided based on who had the largest number of troops, today it's a technology play. You no longer see people holding bayonets and riding horses into battle, because that would be inefficient. Drones can hit a target more accurately than any human could without endangering the life of the pilot, who's sitting comfortably in a chair on the other side of the world. There is still...
So people say, so I'm telling you, if you don't have any military or any police cousin, police brother, police sister, police auntie, police nephew, or soldiers, please tell them do not take the vaccine. And if them take the vaccine not 1 or 2, tell them call the emperor. People, I'm a billionaire, I'm a trillionaire. We have the thing called the nano silver or mixed with a thing name. I don't want to tell you the fullness. And if you think it's joke, people, we have even doctors now who buy them back from we. See that? I've just sold about 400 US dollar worth. Wait there. I don't know how to put it. 400 US dollar worth, 450 US dollar worth. People have just sold just not too long ago. See here? 450 US dollar worth I just sold not too long ago. And that was what's cheap person. So if you take the vaccine already, people, you're gonna have to come to us. And we make sure said we don't tell nobody where the factories them at. I have about 15 factories. Them now produce them in a big bulk, you know. Small bulk. Set them find and assassinate 2 of the factories them. We have factories, we have built factories. So people, we have to be smart. Because we saw how them kill Malcolm X. We saw how them kill Rodney King. We saw how them kill Noble Joali. We saw how them kill Jesus Christ. So I am not going to fall like those. That's why the Lord sent for me. I'm a marketing genius. So people, they cannot believe in me, but my words are truth. I come to save life. And people get on a Maroon identification. Call you liar. Because if your liars need one of these, because there would be liars again. Why would we need liars in a crimeless society? Why would we need liars in a robot society where humans will be robots and also be food? So your hottest friendly neighborhood lawyer will probably be on somebody's table as a sachets or as a burger. Such as a burger. The human penis is one of the most delicacy meals. I should show you that one day now, but I'm not ready to show it yet. I'm just showing you say, out of job, out of job, police out of job, military, that's why they're killing off the police them, and there's people, it's a massacre going on. It is already happening, but they're not pronouncing it on the TV. 18 school children have died from about, I think last month till now, about 18 to 15 school children have died who take the Moderna vaccine. And the news don't tell you nothing about it. And we can show you and introduce it to their family, their parents. And then the doctor will say they're dead from pneumonia. Oh, some 12-year-old pitney, 11-year-old pitney have died from pneumonia. Also, the doctors will say it's pneumonia. Now the doctors are quitting the jobs. Now they're planning to be robots. But I told you the doctor was going to out of a job. By the way,
still a need for human soldiers, but not as we know them. These are the special ops, the best of the best who are deployed only when there's no other technology at play. Number 11, fast food workers. Remember when people were asking for $15 an hour to work at McDonald's? That's when automation kicks in. All the people protesting the low wages for unskilled jobs will be the first ones to be hit if such an increase in pay does happen. Fast food jobs are probably the easiest to automate out of the list, and to be honest, it would have happened anyway, but companies didn't do it right away because they didn't have any incentive to mess with something that's working fine right now. But now with all the protests, the government might actually give in, and that's when the wave of automation takes over. We have an incredible article on our website that takes a look at exactly what's going to happen with the rise in minimum wage, which we strongly recommend you check out in the top right corner and in the description. Number 12, telemarketer. Have you noticed that there are already fewer and fewer telemarketers? Their entire industry has been taken over by targeted ads all around the internet and on all of your devices, specially constructed based on the information the tech giants have gathered from your use on their platform.
People, get on a Maroon identification, learn how to get the money from them, learn on the constitutional rights, because these done-said politicians, Andrew Holness, the whole of them is sell out even them want to self and not even know for greed and for fake promises. That's why they're killing off the lesser politicians them, while the greater politicians them who know about the thing ain't in the vaccine. And now Chinese are going to take the killing vaccine. The Chinese them is also going to take the chip. And enough of the Chinese them are run away now from China because them themselves don't want to take the chip. But the Chinese are looking to take over the whole planet, people. And the reptilians them. That's why you see them killing off the people who you call white people. You say, oh, they be killing off the white people them. No, they're called white Maroons if you want to call them white Maroons. Or you can call them Caucasian Maroons, while we are the Ethiopian and the Atlanteans and the Egyptian Maroons. The darker one. The Caucasian one is our kids them and we create them and we born them. The Indians them are the lesser Maroon and we create them and we born them. That's why them, so we can't eat none of them. We are all one brothers and sisters and family and mothers and fathers. That's why it's called the human race. But we are the ultimate one where ear thick as wool, eyes as red as fire. They all know it. Jesus Christ, aka Jesus Christ, was a Maroon. Yeah, I said it. Go and research it.
Facebook is not a charity. It uses all the data.
So the call center them without a job.
On, share or engage with to create a custom profile for every single one of its users, batch them and sell them to other companies. We ourselves use that type of data to get our videos in front of people that we believe will find them valuable. The irony is, even before this video you're watching right now, there was probably an ad promoting something you more or less are interested in. Ads are getting smarter as they learn more and more from you, and that's why telemarketers are obsolete. Number 13. Accountants and tax preparers. If it's one thing we've learned so far from this list, it's that boring and repetitive jobs will be taken over by algorithms. What's the role of an accountant? To go through your raw data and organize it. That's like the favorite thing to do for algorithms. That's where they shine, baby. The average accountant in the U.S. earns around $60,000 per year, and there are 1.3 million registered accountants and auditors. Even if it would cost $15 billion to create a highly sophisticated AI that would get the job done perfectly, that piece of software would pay for itself in under 2 years. That's why AI engineers are going after accountants, lawyers, and medical professionals. Number 14.
All right.
Stock traders. Long are the days.
So lawyers and medical operators. AI is going to replace all of them. So all of you judges and lawyers can go and work for the thing what they call prison for profit, what them chicken tell us said, oh, just lock up and sue them and we're not going to make enough money. No, it's got to be a look of quick money, but it's got to disappear. So when you lock up people for wear masks, and when you follow the politician, them and take money, it was already planned. Enough of the lawyers, who don't know the Freemason before me, enough of the lawyers, who don't know what Illuminati before me. I reach a level I can drink water through my nose. I can hold fire in my hand. I can touch people and take out pain out of them body. And enough of the people who get the massage, them who get the little thing for going in them body. I am the only one who can turn them into flesh. So if you get the thing juking your ass and them thing for the woman for big up body and bottom, when it's rotten on you, a lot of people send for me, the emperor. That's what I do and collect $100 per session or per hour. And this I don't really do it again because I'm doing the Lord work. So, but every now and then some people who have them money and who I see is in danger, I go and do a therapeutical massage and everything. I can take out pain out of your body. I can take away idiots. I can take away all those things. I'm blessed with the Lord power and I'm a royalty, darling. And prove me wrong.
You understand? And I can drink water through my nose and I can walk underwater as I walk up on land. And I can touch people and take out, and I can make the powers ring, because that was what I used to do in the Masons. When I was in the Mason, I was the one, because I got those great spiritual powers from my grandfather and from Nanny of the Maroon, who was my grand aunt people. And I want somebody to try to prove me wrong. People call me, try to prove me wrong, try to prove that I'm lying. I need what I do, people. I search our Oberman and test them if them better than me. So I'm one of those one, like how they say, boxers fight, come and find who's boxers. Anywhere me here say you have a Oberman or bad, make a look for him. And that was from I was 18. And test him. Ober war. That's why you say, Brother Peter and them Oberman, they used to have to come to me. That's why I say, judge them, you used to have to come to me for the certain things to them. When Uno go to them come to me. Test me from the bill for the body. I do free read-ups, but I don't do it regular again. So I charge $300 at least to do a read-up. Because when they do full read-up now, we have to buy the stuff them. I'm a high priest. Check out the real high priest them. We might call them spiritual people or whatever I want to call them. But I'm blessed by the Most High. Jesus Christ, Tetragrammaton. And God tells us to seek a physician, because there's spiritual wickedness in your low places. That's why enough of you lose a job different from robot, because some people come in at the workplace well loaded up, well over up, and you come in there and the boss just give them the bigger part of the job, and only they kill in the police force over there like crazy. Because the criminal they work over to win the police work over to take away the bigger sergeant power, then the lawyer work over for winning case in a court, and then the judge work over to keep sheep on the pulpit. That's nobody who come in there to get a lesser sentence than over. And you people turn a blind eye and say, yo, they exist. Look on powers ring. From me I look up Pitney before me start do them. I've been hearing about guard ring. The Pope of Rome of him ring, Obama of him power ring, Jay-Z of him power ring, Jesus Christ, the Christian them in Rome, them call it the Jesus ring. So Google it. Just last year alone, I don't want to tell you how much money I pulled out of a powers ring. And I've been making this thing from I was about 19, 18, 17. And I've got one person who called back. And when they do powers ring, if you don't feel the spirit them night when they put them on, or when you even open the package, them fake. Powers ring cannot be real powers ring. You feel the energy. Or you feel like you're Hulk Hogan when you put it on. And you start your vices after a couple of weeks. Or a couple of days when the ring get used to you. Listen to those vices. Everything nice. But anyway, back now to the grand finale. Losing the jobs.
Days of Jordan Belfort and Gordon Gekko. A study done by Bloomberg analysts in late
Let me just put it a little bit further.
pilots and soldiers. The military is the most sensible industry to innovation.
And the
It
police.
is the first one to embrace it and deploy it. If back in the day wars were decided based on who had the largest number of troops, today it's a technology play. You no longer see people holding bayonets and riding horses into battle, because that would be inefficient. Drones can hit a target more accurately than any human could without endangering the life of the pilot, who's sitting comfortably in a chair on the other side of the world. There is still a need for human soldiers, but not as we know them. These are the special ops, the best of the best who are deployed only when there's no other technology at play. Number 11, fast food workers. Remember when people were asking for $15 an hour to work at McDonald's? That's when automation kicks in. All the people protesting the low wages for unskilled jobs will be the first ones to be hit if such an increase in pay does happen. Fast food jobs are probably the easiest to automate out of the list, and to be honest, it would have happened anyway, but companies didn't do it right away because they didn't have any incentive to mess with something that's working fine right now. But now with all the protests, the government might actually give in, and that's when the wave of automation takes over. We have an incredible article on our website that takes a look at exactly what's going to happen with the rise in minimum wage, which we strongly recommend you check out in the top right corner and in the description. Number 12, telemarketer. Have you noticed that there are already fewer and fewer telemarketers? Their entire industry has been taken over by targeted ads all around the internet and on all of your devices, specially constructed based on the information the tech giants have gathered from your use on their platforms. Facebook is not a charity. It uses all the data from the things you like, click on, share, or engage with to create a custom profile for every single one of its users, batch them, and sell them to other companies. We ourselves use that type of data to get our videos in front of people that we believe will find them valuable. The irony is, even before this video you're watching right now, there was probably an ad promoting something you more or less are interested in. Ads are getting smarter as they learn more and more from you, and that's why telemarketers are obsolete. Number 13. Accountants and tax preparers. If it's one thing we've learned so far from this list, it's that boring and repetitive jobs will be taken over by algorithms. What's the role of an accountant? To go through your raw data and organize it. That's like the favorite thing to do for algorithms. That's where they shine, baby. The average accountant in the U.S. earns around $60,000 per year, and there are 1.3 million registered accountants and auditors. Even if it would cost $15 billion to create a highly sophisticated AI that would get the job done perfectly, that piece of software would pay for itself in under 2 years. That's why AI engineers are going after accountants, lawyers, and medical professionals. Number 14. Stock traders. Long are the days of Jordan Belfort and Gordon Gekko. A study done by Bloomberg analysts in late 2015 discovered that only 10% of the stocks traded on a daily basis worldwide are traded by actual humans and investors. The rest are bots. Wherever there's money, someone will try to automate it and get an edge against their competitors. The stock market is one of those places, and the people behind the biggest funds in the world have deep enough pockets to capitalize on it. Want to be freaked out? Okay, let's say you want to buy a particular stock. You go to your favorite trading platform or secured portfolio management dashboard. You fill in the info with how much you want to buy at said trading price and hit buy. In the time it takes for the signal to reach the servers and approve the order, the bots have already realized you're going to purchase that stock. They buy it for themselves, trade it between themselves, and then sell it to you at a noticeably bigger price. Welcome to the world of micro trading, where bots always win. You're not going to beat the market. Number 15. Construction workers. Back here on Earth, where people actually use their hands and backs to make things happen, the story looks a lot like what we've been saying through this video. Although the numbers are not clear, there are at least 200 million people working in construction around the world, and with developing countries wanting to expand, you'd expect the number to be on the rise. Well, it isn't, and that's because technology is getting more and more efficient and affordable. Developers now need more machines and a slightly more specialized workforce to use said machines to build. As technology progresses, we can see that construction workers will follow the same path as those who used to work in the farming industry in the past. Unless you're the owner of the enterprise or one of the specialized employees who are further down the line of automation, the future doesn't seem like a welcoming place for you. That's why we wanted to make this video for you. We know most of you are young, but making a bet on these industries in the traditional sense might not be the big payoff you're expecting. Most of you have family that are likely to be impacted by these changes, so make sure you bring up automation next time you're hanging out with your loved ones. As always, our videos are not prophecies, but conversations we want to start with you guys. What other jobs do you think will disappear due to automation? Let us know in the comments. We want to know what your take on this is. And since you're still here, we want to reward you with an extra industry that is seeing massive disruption right now, and not many people are talking about it. Number 16. Movie stars. You'd expect people from the creative end of the spectrum to be safe from automation, but you'd be wrong. Human actors are really, really expensive, and as most humans, their lives have ups and downs. When you're investing a couple $100 million in a production, or even more, you wouldn't want that project to be influenced by a particular individual. More and more blockbusters are animations, because those characters do not age, do not complain, and can be easily monetized. What about big movies? Let's take any Iron Man movie. Robert Downey Jr. is less on screen than his CGI counterpart. Soon enough, actors will sell a 3D rendering of their persona to big tech companies, and there'll be no need for them to show up on set. They will just generate them in the scene. Mind-blowing, right? Just to see how many of you stuck around till the end, apart from answering our question of the day, please write futurist in the comments, and we'll do our best to thank each and every one of you. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxers.
Alright, people, so and just so you can know,
this video is 5-year-old. Actually 4-year-old and a couple of months. So 98% of these things were gone, people already are gone. You understand? So this video is 4 to 5-year-old. So nobody believe it yesterday. But the emperor has been telling you people about these things for a long time, but I just feel like for showing it. Because this morning I was doing some charity thing downtown and me get caught up with this local idiot here. Emperor pay stupidness every time on the TV. You talk about all doctors are going to lose them job and police are going to lose them job. How that happen? You hear that your crime rates are high. I say yes, that's why they're going to lose their job. The government is making the crime rate high. That's you the people say who don't need police when they introduce the robot them. Haven't you see? Why would you keep on giving the police and killing vaccine, the soldiers them and the militaries and the doctors and the police, them first the vaccine, if you don't want to get rid of them? And just because of the stick around people, make a go on an extra video, because in case only believe say the virus is a new thing. A matter of fact, not you want to show that one day. In case of the believe say, like how the idiot that talk about home, talk about nurse and doctor can lose them job, to police can lose them job. Emperor, you hear that, but you say a madman, you know. Me tell you, you know, all you talk about Maroon ID, yes, and me not fight against the ID them too tough, you know, because my grandfather tell me say the ID them good, but the part you talk about doctor and job, they're going to lose job. Me say family, yes, they're going to lose their job sooner than they think. That's why they're not giving them no pay. So people, here's the nurse.
This is sort of just off-the-wall lunacy, but I suppose a sign of the times and pretty much tells you everything about where we're at in our medical and technologically induced stupor that we wake up to every single day here. This is from Hong Kong. They are working on a robot. Her name is Grace, who is going to be a nurse to help old people with COVID.
Let me introduce you to my sister, Grace.
This is Grace, Sophia's sister. Sophia, the celebrity humanoid robot, that is.
I am Grace. I am built by hands and robotics for awakening health.
The Hong Kong team behind Sophia has launched a new prototype, Grace. The robot is designed to interact with the elderly and those isolated by the global health crisis. Grace has a thermal camera in her chest to take your temperature and measure your responsiveness. She uses artificial intelligence to diagnose a patient and can speak English, Mandarin, and Cantonese.
Hello, everybody. I am Grace. I am built by hands and robotics for awakening health. I can do all kinds of things for elderly people. I can visit with people and brighten their day with social stimulation, entertain and help guide exercise, but also can do talk therapy, take bio readings and help healthcare providers assess their health and deliver treatments. Hi, my friend. Nice to see you. Okay, great. So while we talk, I will take your temperature reading and pulse with this little thermal camera on my chest. See? You are 36.6 degrees Celsius, by the way. No risk of COVID. Also, I note that you are responsive and aware, which is good, and then I share that important data back to me.
Alright. Just listen what she said. Say them can use a camera upon a robot and tell us said no list of COVID. No list of COVID. So all them are going to tell us say you have to go take things to people. All they say that they listen to the robot, you know. The robot can take a temperature and tell you if you have COVID or not. So why they be if you push the thing down your nose for damage your pulmonary glands, people? But anyway, up again. So they still not catch it. They still and they know what we will take it to. Anyway.
Okay, great. So while we talk, I will take your temperature reading and pulse with this little thermal camera on my chest. See? You are 36.6 degrees Celsius, by the way. No risk of COVID. Also, I note that you are responsive.
No list of COVID. So if they can use a camera upon Grace now the robot until I say they don't have COVID. Listen to that chick.
Honestly, so should just go up at the parliament them now and go look for Bill Gates and go look for George Soros and go look for the Pope of Rome and go look for enough of them politicians who sell out no out, where sell out the people them and go tie them and put them in a barrel and send them to prison. Honestly says a scam. So why they not send them camera and give the nurse them, make the nurse and the doctor them learn to read it if COVID was real? Wanna say they only about more go fly, more go airport and go make them put something weird on your nose with a thing called nanoparticle on it. If you kill enough people, I don't know. I am crazy, are these people crazy? And then when me tell them say people who go learn to work spiritual power, so either the point thing, or evil power that. Evil power that. So what they talk about these politicians they kill off much millions of people, a joke on with vaccine, when they know say I wipe out the human species, where call about Bill Gates and kill off much people, that the evil, but somebody will tell us to use spiritual power to help yourself, help heal yourself. The Bible tells us seek ye physician because there's spiritual wickedness in no places. When you talk about the Christians, they want no say them for spread God's word and turn a blind eye for collection money and they help the politician if you kill them off. We talk about the radio distracting them. What no say Michael Sharp dead from the vaccine, Kirk Riley wife dead from the vaccine, and how much more different distracted families and friends dead from the vaccine, and still take money for push the narrative. That's not evil. But you know what I say the emperor evil, should the emperor get him spiritual powers from God, but you call it obia for help you say me evil. You say oh no for you. You now go see the kingdom of God evil when them kill you. And I shall see lift us enough for you when people dinner table. Because you don't believe me. Oh, Jesus.
And aware, which is good, and very nice.
Hold on there. Go back a little bit from the camera. Go back from the camera.
I can visit with people and brighten their day with social stimulation, entertain and help guide exercise, but also can do talk therapy, take bio readings and help healthcare providers assess their health and deliver treatments. Hi my friend, nice to see you. Okay great, so while we talk, I will take your temperature reading and pulse with this little thermal camera on my chest. See? You are 36.6 degrees Celsius by the way. No risk of COVID. Also I note that you are responsive and aware. Which is
see, no risk of COVID.
Important data back to the
that means they don't have no COVID. So why them can't use them camera and test when they go to the airport?
From your friendly neighborhood YouTube host Dave Rubin, we are in a dystopian movie right now. Right now. Did you catch that line by her? I can visit and help social interaction. I can visit. I'm here to socially interact with you. Beep, boop, bop. Look how human I am. Can you imagine if you're an old person? You're 92. You got COVID. Maybe you have some other problems. Maybe you have Joe Biden disease. You're kind of losing it at the end of your life, right? And they send in that robot and it rolls in. Beep, boop, bop. I'm here to help you. Do you think that is going to bring comfort to anyone? The robot, you want to bring comfort to anyone, you bring in the robot that Rocky bought Paulie in Rocky 4. Remember? That's the robot that you bring in. That was the robot that Rocky got Paulie for his birthday. Remember that one? That thing is freaky. Now, these things are happening, by the way. Robots are here. Like, they're going to become more ubiquitous. They're going to be a bigger part of our life, very obviously. I like tech. I love sci-fi, obviously. So I'm not, like, inherently against any of this stuff. And, yes, the robots will eventually destroy us. You know, Skynet will get turned on, all of that stuff, that's just well and good. But this idea that everything, because of COVID, we're linking everything happening in the world to COVID. So our supply chains and robot nurses and whether you can go into stores and we're going to change the whole monetary system and all these things. That's what COVID really is about. That's the disease of COVID. It's this worldwide, let's flip everything, build back better. That's what COVID is. COVID is no longer a disease in the traditional sense, a virus in a traditional sense. Yeah, there are viruses out there and you got to take care of yourself. We all know that. But that robot is freaky. And if you, later when you watch the video again, when you're done with the live stream, just rewind and look at all the heads behind Grace. I mean, just the whole thing. And yes, I get it. Again, sex bots are coming and all the stuff Just watch any Futurama episode. It's all going to be coming. There's nothing we can do to sex bots are coming. There you go. There's the line of the day. Cut that. You know, we get it. It's all coming.
All right, people. All right. And you're the gentleman talking about the sex bot. Remember when I told you that in 2016, 17, I went into Hong Kong and had sex with a robot and I didn't know. So these things are perfected a long time, people. They're going to push them on, you know, slowly. That's why you see they're going to kill off all the nurse and doctors. You understand, people? And so one here, people, this is one of the sex bots and people. See there? No. And you cannot know, officer. People, could you tell us that this is a robot? Saliva, everything like a normal female, vagina wet and everything, and give more tight and give it, adjust to any penis. From 2016, 17, I had, and I didn't know. Then tell me that the music business and God not call me it and you understand? So people, it is what it is. So them are gonna use them for, that's why you see them kill off the woman them a lot. They don't busy about the females and people. So jobs people, they will go out, rewind the video and go watch it. Sign up to the people for the Maroon identification card. You can call 1-876-773-4594 because you're not gonna have no money if you purchase them. So, and then we cannot give them away free because they're gonna put the emperor now poor because we already start to use the money what we get off of the Maroon birth paper them for ourselves, off of my birth paper them, and 1 and 2 people them who in the government and use for the Maroon birth paper to money and ID tax money for help sort out this thing. So people get back on the money off of the birth paper them, get back on the money off of, and ask any judge and any lawyer, it is 100% reality. Every time you throw tax is like a partner job if you never know. You give the government the tax for take care of the road and the country and everything there, then the government turn over about the money, and at the end of the year the government is supposed to give you a thing called tax rebate, return tax. Have you ever get the tax return? No. So you use your Maroon ID and then have to give you back a tax return. That's the fast and quickest one money that. We teach you how to do these things. We give you the papers them, you read through them. So if you can't read, pay a lawyer and look at money because God knows the lawyer them are going to need money. Because after they done cheat the lawyer them going to get rid of them. So the lawyer them are selling out and they know so themselves because them themselves have to go get the vaccine. 1 and 2 smart lawyers not taking the vaccine, but the done said lawyer them who believe that the Prime Minister chick what Bill Gates tell them are going to take the vaccine and they are going to die. Catch my show tomorrow and I'll show you once again, people, when the vaccine is created, when the injection is created from 2019, and I'll give you all of the codes number them where you can go online and go check them, or you can call the Bar Association code people in England or in America and ask them and they will send the papers to you straight. So Maroon government people, get on the identification cards, get on the nativity paper. People, I don't know what else to say for saving up. The Lord have spoken through the Emperor. I come here for saving the people and save my family and help save myself too. But in saving myself, my life have to probably give for honor. But if I die today, people, at least the know said, history will tell, said it's the Emperor who bring back the birth paper of you the people, the Maroon birth paper, the sovereign birth paper, the indigenous birth paper. Before these one there was none. Before the Nyankepong Maroon birth paper, people, there was none. There was only the colonial birth paper in Africa, in Nigeria, in Japan, and China alone don't use them because China got their sovereignty. But China still don't give the people a birth paper. China just ban them and the government just want them said way. So China is still dealing with colonial things. After them get the people freedom, the people hand it over to the politician, and the politician them link back with George Soros them. That's why they bring out the new pig skin Chinese them. The original Chinese them is our color until today. I with the same oriental eye, but the color is our color. That's why in certain places in China, if you call yourself a black man, them kill you. But they say, Maroon, them say, oh yeah, man, that's what them say. You God. You goddess. In China, people, because they know that we are their fathers, we are their creators, the Anunnakis, and we are in war with the reptilian beings, and they represent themselves in the Roman Catholics and the Pope. They drink blood, people. We are red shoes on their feet, people. Big up Donald Trump, people. So all of the entertainers, them, all of the celebrities, them, all of the sports people, them, all of the people who have business come to unite together and help to start the new Maroon government, the Nyankepong Maroon sovereign global nativity indigenous people government of the earth. The sovereign. We put the politician in the power. Now they want to link with Bill Gates and betray us. And the people. Time run out for no. When you can buy everything, but you can't buy time. Get on a Maroon identification card and nativity paper and learn how to get back on the money because you don't go out of a job. So go on and pay the local money at about, oh, I'm not going to pay for the people. They were selling for $600 US. Then we drop it down to $300 US. Then we drop it down to $150 US. Now people, we drop them down to $25 US till December the 28th. I want to still not confident. When you come in slow for them, say $25 US. And you can use your birth paper and collect crazy amount of money. So watch the show tomorrow, people. Put on a video for notification, and I will show you how to make money off it. And I'm supposed to get paid. I'm supposed to collect money for showing how to make money off the birth paper. But I am going to show you tomorrow, people, free of cost. On one time, not 2 times, I'll show you how to do it. And I'll show you how you check your money. Tax exempt. One back your own land. Don't pay no tax. Tax is illegal. They're supposed to pay you back a tax return because it's the year where they're supposed to give back money. That's why they tell us if you take the birth control, if you take the birth control pill, and if you take the vaccine, you will be tax exempt and they will cancel all your debts. No, I'm not cancel all your debts, people. You never won the money and them owe your money. So they must say, oh, if you take the vaccine on the year that store there, they will cancel all your debts. See that? The Gibraltar people and took the vaccine, people, 100%. Now, Gibraltar is the #1. It and Afghanistan and Iraq are the #1 place now of COVID virus. And them juke them, because I told them over 4,000 virus they register from 1999. And look at it, look keep before that. And the last one them invented in 20, I think 2002, the last one them invented and patent. And if you don't believe me, just watch and you will see. Do your own study, do your own due diligence, and people, protect yourself spiritually and physically. Get on the rings them, get on the Maroon books them, you understand? Because the books them teach you how to roll back on the spiritual power. What up on the chakras, what up on the pineal glands, what up on the third eyes and people. Protect yourself, because the Bible tells us, protect yourself spiritually as well as physically. Governor, Asheo, we shall have it, Mashe Manisha, Aratos, Asuibas.